now go to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth for our call. Guys?
We'll have snowy conditions for today's game as we get you set for this one. Welcome, everyone. Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth getting ready for all the action. Chris, these teams might have to contend with the weather a bit.
A couple of things I've learned over the years is that the offense in the snow has an advantage because the pass rushers are slowed just a little bit, and eventually those defensive backs tend to slip coming in and out of breaks.
We've got two rival teams looking to go at it, Chris.
I tell you, this should be a good one. The fans are excited. The coaches are excited. Heck, I'm excited.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. Gain of 2.
Not very often in a game does a defender get a clean shot like that on a running back. Typically, the running back didn't see it coming to take that kind of a shot.
Hit and drop behind the line. You may want to dump that.
Yeah, I think that one's already in the trash can. You probably won't see that one run again. But I will say this, that penetration does that to any offense, and that time they just got in the backfield.
Passes to his left. He's brought down at the 26-yard line. Not what they were looking for on that third down attempt. That pass will come up well short.
Cowards. That was a cowardly call. Hold on one second, Tom. Let me do something. Boo.
He punts it. Holmes fields it at the 34. Tackled around the 40-yard line. Not a bad return there.
That was really a good effort. There wasn't a ton of room for him to run, but he was able to get up the field, get a few yards. You never get upset with a punt return guy like that. It wasn't spectacular, but he got the job done.
He's dropped for a loss. Nice job by the defensive end to get in there and get the tackle for the loss.
So many times it's up to that backside blocker to get his guy on the ground, and it sounds ugly, but typically those guys are chopping at their knees and trying to knock them off their feet, so there's some cutback lanes.
What a brutal hit. Parker gains around 3 yards on the toss play.
Nice call there by the defensive coordinator, coming with the outside linebacker blitz, which really puts some pressure on this group up front.
He drops back to pass. Strong throw to his right. And they get him at the 31. And that was a huge gain through the air.
There's nothing like a big pass play to spark an offense. You can see the enthusiasm now, not just in the quarterback and the receivers, but also in those big guys up front.
On the ground with a tailback. What a shot. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Ball on the 22-yard line. They line up in a double tight set. And they'll run them again. Huge hit. Pickup of less than a yard, and so it'll be third down. Third down once again. Let's see if they can convert this one. And they'll line this one up with 2 tight ends. Roethlisberger will hand it off. He's brought down at the 18-yard line. They're putting together a nice drive here.
Yeah, and that's the second third down conversion of the drive. Defensively, those guys have been trying a lot of different looks and so far unable to come up with the right answer.
Let's go down to the field and see who the flag's going to be on.
Let's go, baby, let's go. Pass interference, defense.
This one goes against the defender.
Yeah, and I can't really blame the defender in that situation. He's trying to go for the ball. The offensive guy makes a little move for the ball. He ends up running through him. It just happens sometimes.
They'll throw on first down. He throws it, and he catches it. He's tackled at the 3. And a great leaping effort by the receiver led to a big gain through the air.
Yeah, Tom, every once in a while I see a guy make a play like that, and I just wonder, how in the heck did I ever play receiver in this league? These guys are just phenomenal athletes.
And so he caught the short pass for the score.
And there's no doubt the quarterback knows who his moneymaker is down here on the goal line. He loves that big tight end.
Lining up for the point after. Set down. The kick is up. Pittsburgh is up a score. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. The kick. Dropped at the 20-yard line. They could do nothing against this defense on their previous drive. The offense will take over at the 20. Out of the I formation. Anderson hands it off. And he will lose yardage on the play. He couldn't get anywhere on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
And he's drilled at the 23-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry.
Man, oh man, that's what those defensive guys live for right there. A shot like that, and then they always get up and have a little something to say to you as you're going back to the huddle.
He took a shot at the 34-yard line. A good amount of yards that time on the pass.
And running backs who are good receivers are pretty rare. You know, a lot of times those guys, they come out and they're good running the football, but they don't make the kind of plays in the passing game. This guy can clearly do both.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 36-yard line. Again with the carry. He lost yardage on the play. Solid hit with the safety. He'll drop him for a loss.
Well, you know you've got an aggressive safety when he's making tackles for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Typically, these guys are trying to not give up a big play in the passing game. Now when you see somebody in the backfield, that's impressive.
And that one was completed for a solid gain.
Solid gain, yes, but no first down on that play. So now it's going to bring up a decision on the part of the offense. Defensively, I think they executed that one exactly the way they wanted to.
They really did a good job keeping him contained on that one.
Yeah, he really didn't have much of a chance at all to make anything happen there. I mean, I know this guy's a dangerous punt return guy, but you can't do it on your own.
They give it to the tailback. The defender gets him to the ground. Parker comes away with 2 yards on the carry. Still a lot of time left, but at the end of one, the score is 7-0. Second and 8. Ball on the 21. Offset I formation in the backfield. They hand it off. Tackled around the 23-yard line. 2-yard pickup.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
The Steelers line up with 2 tight ends. Pittsburgh uses motion. Oh, and they got him. It seems to me they're having a tough time picking up their blocks.
Something went wrong on that play. You know, you have the quarterback who makes line calls, then you have the center who may adjust the line calls. Just watching that protection, I think something went wrong in the communication between the quarterback or the center. Somebody, that was a mistake.
They couldn't do anything against this defense on their last drive, and they were forced to punt.
Tennessee.
Single back formation. Lewis gets the call. He's dropped at the 40. Takes the handoff and responds with a 7-yard gain. They'll need about 3 yards here on second down. They line up in the I formation. Back to pass. Goes through his read. And it's knocked loose. Almost a catch, but he had it pop right out of there.
And that's so frustrating as a wide receiver. You know you're going to get hit on the play. Just wrap it up, make the catch, and go to the ground.
The backer picks it off. Great catch by the linebacker. Not a smart throw from the quarterback.
You know, it's hard to believe that you can lose a guy that big, but sometimes those linebackers dropping underneath in coverage, quarterbacks just don't see him, and he threw it right to him.
Defense closing in. It's tipped. The defender got there in time to break that play up.
He did. He was able to get his hands on the ball, but if he had missed that one might have turned into a really big play.
Setting up play action. Flips it out short. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Another fine pass and catch on that play.
I know we all talk about 40-yard dash times in the NFL, but as a receiver, if you are a great route runner and you understand what the defenses are trying to do to you, it doesn't matter if you run a 4.3 40. If you can get in and out of your cuts like this guy, you will always be able to play.
Cribbs back to return it. Gets it away cleanly. Cribbs fields it at the 24. Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. The quarterback leads his offense back onto the field after turning it over on their last drive. They'll go from the I formation. Gets the throw away. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 43-yard line. Good yardage that time on the pass.
And how'd you like that throw by the quarterback? A little touch, a little lob in over the top, like an alley-oop in basketball.
Looks to pass. Surveys the field. Harrison knocks it down, and the defender breaks up the play.
Just great position that time on the defensive side. The receiver really never had a chance on that one.
Anderson lines up under center. 3 receivers are split out wide. Gives to the back. He's brought down right around the 38-yard line. Lewis gets around 3 on that halfback draw.
Very effective call that time by the defensive coordinator, bringing the outside linebacker a terrific way to give your defense some help in stopping the run.
Clark has the interception. And the defense just picked up their second interception of the half.
Well, they're reading the quarterback's eyes, and any time as a quarterback you look too long in one direction or at one wide receiver, the defense is just going to break on the ball, and they've been taking advantage today.
Parker comes away with 5 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 37-yard line. 2 tight end set. They hand it off again. Cuts back, and he's dropped. Parker gains about a yard on the play. Roethlisberger lines up under center. 2 tight ends this time. He drops back. 2 minutes to go in the half. A punishing blow by the defender.
And you know you're going to get hit as a wide receiver. You've got to hang on to those balls, but that was a big shot.
He gets it away. Makes the fair catch. Quarterback threw a pick on their last drive. Let's see if he's able to shake it off. Anderson with 4 wide receivers. Back to throw. Looks down the field. There for the catch. Stiff arms, and he's brought down. They'll hurry back to the line. Anderson, 4 receivers lined up here. 1st down, looking to throw. Brings it in. Excellent open field tackle. Not much of a gain at all on that 1st down completion.
Pretty tough sometimes when a quarterback is looking at his first read, it's not there. The second read is there, but he knows his guy is going to get hit immediately afterwards, and that's what happened there. They took away the first and second read.
Saw an opening on the left side of the field and delivered a great pass.
And one of the things that people don't realize is that it's much tougher for a quarterback to drop back, essentially facing the right, and complete those passes to the left. Most quarterbacks a much higher percentage of completions throwing to the right.
Great job to haul in that 1st down pass.
This team is just so good at executing those short, quick passes and picking up 1st downs and keeping drives alive.
Just about a 3-yard gain. Cleveland lines up in a double tight set. Second and 7 situation here. We're at the 1-minute mark, 1st half. Anderson drops back to pass. Short throw. Broken up. And now the offense will be faced with a 3rd down situation. Anderson lines up under center. 3 receivers are split out wide. There for the reception. Tackle at the 37. He gunned that one in there for the 1st down, didn't he?
He really did, and when you watch a guy throw a ball that hard, They don't move their arm any faster. You see them driving off that back leg. That was a pretty pass.
Caught out of bounds, incomplete. The quarterback led the receiver just a little too much.
Yeah, he put a little too much on that pass and forced the receiver to make the catch out of bounds.
Winslow comes in motion. Looks to pass. And he's out at the 36-yard line. So the officials want to take another look at this catch to make sure the receiver was inbound.
And these receivers can be pretty good bluffers sometimes. You know, they're so casual with the catch and the way they drag their feet, and it just looks like, oh, well, sure, that was a catch, that sometimes they're able to hide that little bobble.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
And upon further review, they conclude he didn't have possession.
You know, I don't think you're ever going to convince that receiver that he didn't make that catch in bounds, so we'll just have to move on without him. He's not happy.
Drops back to pass. Looking for an open man. It's incomplete. They went with a sideline pass, but he couldn't stay in bounds.
And that would have been a spectacular catch if he'd been able to come up with that one, just thrown a little bit too far outside.
Punts it. It'll go out at the 17-yard line. Not much you can do on the return team there.
Great kick and even better coverage. Boy, it sure makes winning the field position battle a lot easier when you have special teamers like this.
Feeds it to the back. He's dropped at the 27. So that was a pickup of about 9, and that will bring up second down. Second and a yard. Ball on the 27. Roethlisberger lines up under center. 3 receivers are split out wide.
Black 20. Black 20. Let's go. Under. Close left. Dre's left. Rush. Close left. That's Hunt then. Leo.
And we've come to halftime here. The score is 7-0. He kicks it. Moore from the 6. Still on his feet. Big hit there to bring him down. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. He needs to make a decision. It's intercepted. Brought down right around the 38-yard line. And just a great interception by the cornerback.
Might want to start thinking about trying to pick on that guy. We've seen all day he has simply been quicker to the spot than the wide receivers coming into his area.
Short pattern results in a completion for the offense.
You know, that's not one of those plays that's a huge gain by any means, but that's really the essence of an offensive game plan. You have to start hitting some of those short intermediate routes, and that begins to open everything else up.
The offense had a tough time picking up all their blocks on that play.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want, but ultimately this game comes down to one big man against another big man, and that time the defense's big men, they won the battle.
And it's tipped away, and the pass will fall incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And those are the kind of big 3rd down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
He punts it. It'll go out at the 11-yard line. It'll be interesting to see how this quarterback reacts after throwing an interception on his last drive. They motion to the left.
Blue 30. Let's go, D.
Tosses it out. He makes a move, and he's brought down. A 3-yard gain on the toss. Roethlisberger steps to the line of scrimmage. I formation behind him. And they get him around the 16-yard line. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
That was a big shot right there. You talk about getting your bell rung. That was the Liberty Bell ringing that time.
He fakes it, fires it left, makes the reception. I don't know how he came up with that.
Let's face it, the quarterback got away with one there. That was pretty tight coverage. They squeezed it in there that time, but be careful.
First and 10. The Steelers come out in bunch formation. Roethlisberger will hand it off. He's tackled right around the 38-yard line. Pickup of less than a yard. That'll bring up second down.
Come on, D.
The Steelers come out in a single back formation. Toss. He doesn't get back to the line. Nothing doing. They stop him for a loss.
And I really like the discipline of this defense. You never see these guys trying to do too much. They control their gaps, and that time there was nowhere to go.
Drops back to pass. Scans the field. Catch is made. He's dropped right around the 46-yard line.
Ben Roethlisberger is really remarkable for not only his ability to avoid pass rushers, but he seems to be able to throw from just about any body position. A lot of guys, when they're throwing across their body or having to make a turn or a weird move, they're not nearly as accurate, but Roethlisberger is just a tremendous athlete.
Brought down behind the line. No one picked up the linebacker, and it cost them.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
And they get him about the 43-yard line. And he picks up about 4. That'll bring up third down. The Browns line up with a nickelback. He drops back to pass. Strong throw. Hit hard at the 23-yard line.
Ben Roethlisberger just looks like an NFL quarterback, doesn't he? He's tall, he's well-built, he's athletic, he buys time with his feet, and it's probably what most people don't talk about with Roethlisberger, his ability to make that first pass rusher miss and still get off the big plays. He is a tremendous talent.
Pittsburgh comes out with 3 receivers in a single back formation. He throws a bullet across the middle. He's finally dragged down, and now it will be first and goal. Pittsburgh is trying to make this a 2-score game. 2 tight end formation this time. Parker gets the carry. What a hit! A pickup of a yard for the halfback. 4 more yards for the score. Pittsburgh comes out with an I formation. Roethlisberger back to pass. He's been perfect on this drive. The defender was able to get a hand on it.
And really, that came as a result of pretty physical play at the line of scrimmage. They're banging these guys around and not letting them get into their routes.
Fakes to the back. Looks for a man open. Passes to the end zone, and it'll be 4th down following the pass deflection.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
And it splits the uprights. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Gets a good kick here. He's hammered at the 21. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. They'll go to work at the 21-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Anderson looking to throw on 1st down. It's completed. Tackled at the 27-yard line. Pretty nice throw on that play.
And a pretty good catch on the other end, too. That's one of those plays that's quickly becoming one of the staples in this offensive passing attack.
He throws on the run. Brought down right around the 34-yard line. A decent gain there on that pass.
Yeah, a little timing route there, and you really have to have faith as a quarterback to get that ball out of your hand quickly if you're going to play with that kind of touch on the ball.
1st and 10. Ball on the 35. They line up in an I. He looks to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. And they get him at the 46-yard line. Not too bad a pass there.
Not too bad at all. And sometimes those little touch throws are actually more difficult than the bullet passes. Kind of hard to come up with the timing to hit the receiver right in stride, but that was well thrown.
Throws it. And the pass is knocked away. And it's batted away at the last minute by the defender.
Just when it looked like the quarterback might sneak that one in there, a late pass defense and a good play.
Looking to throw. Throws on the run. Tackled around the 37-yard line. He's been busy on this drive. That's his 3rd grab on this series.
And this is a little hard to explain, but I really think that you see receivers begin to get comfortable after they make their first catch and get hit. But anytime in a drive that you catch multiple balls, you just get into a rhythm like a putter or like a quarterback throwing the ball or a pitcher. It's something that's a part of sports that's kind of hard to explain.
Hands it to the back. He's brought down right around the 28-yard line. Nowhere to go on the delay. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. On the run, he throws it. Just clanks right off his hand. Edwards was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. He's looking to throw. Throws it short with the catch. He's dropped at the 24-yard line. And for as good of a catch as that was, this offense now has to deal with a 4th down. Dawson can make this a one-possession game with this kick. And it splits the uprights. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Great kick here. Moore fields it at the 1. Runs over tackler. Hit and dropped at the 31. The offense takes the field, hoping to come away with more than just a field goal on this drive. Parker takes it up the middle. He's tackled at the 35. Parker gets about 4 yards on the play. They'll come out in the I.
Black 20. Black 20. Gotcha. Right. Under. Let the hook. Under. Loco white. Hey, move that. James, 22 press. James. Crack. Team crack. Alert run. Put it up. Hey, 4 goals. Get ready. What's the ball?
He throws right. Goes out of bounds around the 41-yard line. Pretty good read on that play to find the open man.
And that's an area where he excels. He works his way through his progressions quickly and doesn't hesitate when he sees a receiver break free in coverage.
And he made a great open field tackle. And that will be enough for the 1st down.
You know, it really wasn't a horrible call that time by the defense, but anytime you have to try and stop an offense like this in those medium yardage situations, you really have to come up in the coverage.
He needs to get rid of it. Knocks it away. A great play by the defense to knock the ball away.
And these defenders have been close all day. You better be careful if you're the quarterback. One of those is going to turn into an interception.
Here's the give. He's dropped at the 47-yard line. Gain of 2, and that makes it 3rd down. They come out in a nickel. 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
Middle. Come on, let's go.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He didn't get back to the line. Not what they were looking for on that play call.
You know, for a running back, there comes a point in time where you say, all right, this play is not working. Let me just get as much as I can and try to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
And they make the fair catch.
Okay, you really have to use the clock wisely now. They can still throw the thing over the middle, but the focus and the majority of the passes have to be to the outside to give these receivers a chance to get out of bounds.
He drops back. He's running out of time. Out of bounds at the 14. Vickers gains a couple with a short completion. Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on their own 14. Looks down the field. And it's caught. And he's hammered at the 32-yard line. Great time for that type of pass. It worked to perfection.
And that was a nice job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback enough time to survey the field and find the open guy.
He drops back to pass. Anderson is going to be sacked for a loss. And that was a nice play to get in there for the sack.
The key to playing defense is getting good penetration. If you can make that quarterback move around sometimes, even if you don't get to him like they did on that play, you can still disrupt an offense.
He makes a great open field tackle. Nice toss that time that'll get them a lot closer.
You know, there's really no doubting this quarterback's physical skills. Sometimes he struggles with his mechanics or accuracy, but I don't think that there's really any issue. This guy has the ability to be an elite quarterback.
It's 1st and 10. A minute to go in the ball game. And this should be a kneel down as they just try to kill the clock. They go with the kneel down. From the 47-yard line. We should just see the quarterback take a knee right here, winding down the rest of this clock. Take the knee again. They'll face a 3rd and 13 situation here. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Under. Left. Now. Rush. Close up. Reload. Play your assignments, man. All right, let's keep him back, D. Watch the reverse. Now let's see what they get. Screen here, Quan, screen. Big play, D.
And he'll just kneel it here. It's 4th down. The punt team is on the field looking to kick this one away. And this was a good one. Our final score is the Steelers 10, the Browns 3.